Hi everyone and welcome to Brick Arena. Now it's been quite a while since I've said those words and haven't really produced a video since going into lockdown in early March. In fact, my lockdown started a week earlier than most other people's due to some other factors around the household, but nothing really to do with any illness. And I'm going to say up front that to my knowledge, nobody in my family, including myself, have suffered with coronavirus, or at least have not been tested positively for that. So my absence is not necessarily due to illness or whatever. I guess my biggest problem was that first of all I was working in IT, and we were crazy busy. So I was doing like 12 sometimes 12 plus hours a day working from home, all in my home office in this room, in fact. And then in the evening, of course, I'm running my Bricklink stores, and so I'd need to be packing orders, picking orders, and getting them out. And with the lockdown in place, orders were going through the roof, and I'm sure that almost everybody in the Bricklink community recognised this massive increase in demand because everybody's at home and wanting to build, of course. So all of that kept me really busy, and it meant that I didn't really have the time to create videos, and in a way I didn't really have the subject matter to some degree. Of course I can talk about the Bricklink stores, but I didn't really have any hauls to show. And what I was doing throughout that time, I was actually working through my backlog. I had a massive backlog of sets that I'd bought for months and months and months. And what was good during lockdown was that my wife started to help me to part out the sets. So she would start parting them all out, and I'd get them listed into my store, and it worked really well. So I've now kind of got to the point where I'm through the bulk of that backlog, and we're coming out of lockdown, and I'm starting to see deals come up, and I'm starting to buy again. And in fact, probably not as part of this video, but as a next video immediately after this, I'll do something of a haul video to show you just what I've been buying over the last couple of weeks. But there has been a major change for me as a result, potentially as a result of Corona, and that is I have been made redundant. So I no longer have a job, a full-time job, and I need to decide on which way I'm going to go in the future. I need to decide, do I need or want another full-time job, or do I want to make a go of my Bricklink stores and maybe go full-time, or continue to do a mix of both. And there's all sorts of factors in there, to be honest, so I really don't know quite which way to go there. But what it does mean is, at least for the time being, I've got a lot more time on my hands. Although you would think in lockdown I had a lot of time, I really didn't. But now I should have much more time on my hands, which means that I will be able to focus on the Bricklink store a lot more. So I'll be getting parts turned over much more quickly, getting stock into my inventories, and hopefully ramping up sales. But also it means that I've potentially got more capacity to build the channel a bit more. But to be honest, I'm not totally sure about the content side of things. I know that people like my hauls, and that's going to depend on, you know, how sales go and how much I've got spare capital to spend on buying more sets for the store. And then also people like the Bricklink topics, and maybe I'll focus on some of those, and maybe I'll switch things up a little bit and look at the buyer side a little bit. But I'd really love to get your guys' thoughts about what you'd maybe like to see me do on the channel. And not everything's going to be possible. I mean, for instance, I started to build a city some time ago, as you all probably know, or many of you know who follow the channel. But that may well have to be dismantled, and the reason for that is if I start to go bigger on my Bricklink store, what I'm probably going to do is switch my rooms over. Currently I have a small bedroom in the house that I use as my Bricklink store, and I would probably move that into the space that I'm in right now and convert this space into a much bigger Bricklink store. So if I do that, maybe you'll see a lot of videos from me to talk about the store, moving the store, how I get it set up, and on the progress that I make with that. So I just wanted to give you guys this very brief update to say I am okay. I haven't gone anywhere. I know I haven't been around for a few months now, and it's really just been down to time and to juggling time and resource, and hopefully I can start and put a bit more time back into the channel now that I've got time on my hands. So I'm going to keep it short for this video. That's all I've really got to say. I'm going to be right back in the video after this one with a Lego haul to show you what I've been getting over the last few weeks. So check back for that video. Bye for now.